What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to break down every team, all 12 teams that are currently going to MSI 2024. Now, without further ado, if you like this kind of content, I'm going to start uploading a little more because I got a little more free time. Let's please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell for notifications. And without further ado, let's rank it. So, our first team is going to be BLG. Now, BLG looked incredibly strong in their season finale and their entire regular season, taking down JDG, Top Esports, and other Chinese giants, and they will be playing on home soil. I would give them absolute S tier based on their recent performances and past performances in international. The only teams they really seem to lose to are like T1, which everyone loses to T1, so we won't hold it against them. Easy S tier. I think they could easily make a finals run to the tournament, and I would actually kind of like to see it because they're a pretty entertaining team to watch. So put them on your radar, and I would say for your pick'ems, they're a pretty good option. Now, next is going to be G2 Esports. G2 is Europe's team. Whether you like it or not, G2 will destroy their normal season, and then 9 times out of 10 are going to flounder at international events. Now, will they probably make it out of their groups and be Europe's hope? I will say yes, but I will also say they're B tier and get knocked out in the first round, being immediately sent to the loser's bracket. Now, can they win after that? Depends on who they pull. That's why I'm sliding them in B tier. Fnatic. Fnatic lost to G2, but did take a game off them in their season finals. But besides that, I don't think they won a single game this season against them. So for that, I think they give them C tier. I think they may get out. I mean, they're in a group with Top Esports and everyone else. Like, it's pretty weak, so I think they make it out simply because they're the second best team there, but I don't think they're anything crazy good. Next up is Gen G. I think Gen G is A tier. Yes, they beat T1, but they have a proven track record of constantly choking when it comes to international events. Look at last year's Worlds, look at last year's MSI, look at Worlds and MSI before that. They can't seem to make any international success happen. Maybe this year after their 4th title in Korea, this is their chance. I don't think Gen G is going to be super strong. Now, will they probably make it out of the first round of brackets? Absolutely. They will lose to probably BLG or Top Esports, though. Now, T1. Greatest of all time. No one's going to dispute that. They have Faker. Carry is playing amazing right now. The team took Gen G to 5 games. It was incredibly competitive. And they're always very good at international events. Easy S tier. I'm honestly hoping for BLG T1 finals. I think that would be a great, honestly, want T1 to win, personal bias, but both teams would be awesome to have in the finals, and I truly think that both of them, outstanding teams, are going to have an easy run, and they'll put up some great best of 5s, and we'll all be entertained for it. Team Liquid. Liquid's interesting because they did beat FlyQuest in the finals, but how? They only beat them once. Well, they beat them, but they only beat them in that series. Before that, FlyQuest was the dominant team in NA. So, is Team Liquid now better? They have more international experience, but we've seen what FlyQuest has potential to pull off. Liquid's looked a little shaky. I think they may have had a good day. That being said, I'm going to put them into C tier. Don't think they're going to see much success. Yes, they automatically have a seeded into the bracket, like playoff, like groups. I don't think they make it very far. As an NA fan, I want my region to do well, but I'm realistic and I understand that TL probably not it. It's just not going to happen. Top Esports, I think Top Esports is an A tier. I don't think they're as good as Gen G, BLG, or T1. BLG kind of wiped the floor with them in the finals. But besides that, like, they have some really good players. I mean, Jackie Love and 369. Like, these are talented players. They could easily make a good run for it. They're not an unfun team to watch. You know, put them on your radar. They could dark horse us. They could be a Weibo like last year. You never know. I mean, it's kind of up to your discretion on that one. I think Top Esports is the weakest of the top 4 teams at Worlds this year, or MSI. Sorry. FlyQuest, I'm going to put above Team Liquid into B tier. I think FlyQuest has more potential, deeper drafts, overall better macro and micro in the game. I think their mechanics are insane. The only issue I see with FlyQuest is maybe the rookie bot laners not being so good into the higher level teams, or G2. That's why I'm putting them below G2. But I do think if they play pretty well, I think they can upset a lot of teams and have a pretty decent run and gain a lot of experience. It will make them really strong come Worlds, because I think this roster will make it to Worlds as a second seed. Next up, PSG Talon. PSG Talon, I would argue, easy C tier. They're fine. They always seem to win their region. They are consistent. They're pretty good. They got to play FlyQuest in the first bracket matchup. That game that probably will go 5, I think, or 5 or 3. I don't remember which one the bracket format is. I think they're very, very talented team for their region. I don't think they completely have what it takes to rival G2, Top Esports, Gen G, any of these. So I'm going to go with C tier. Probably actually can beat Liquid depending on the day, though. So we're going to put them above Liquid for now. I'll stand corrected of it if it turns out to be wrong. GAM. GAM's a D tier. And normally I'd say they're C tier. But with the recent VCS drama and all the match fixing and all that, I would say that GAM is probably pretty in a bad spot right now, just because they have so many subs on the roster and everything else they have to deal with to get that roster international ready in pretty much 6 weeks. Since, I don't think they're going to have a whole bunch of success. I think they're not going to have a great strong start. I think they're in a very tough group with Top Esports and Fnatic, and I think their run comes to an end with them not even making it out. I think Loud's a lot in the same boat, not for the same reasons. I just don't think Loud is a competitive. I think Loud is very good for what they are, but they're not going to rival any of these teams above them, and I think they're pretty just meh. They can put up some interesting games because of their fan base and how they draft. I think they're very fun, but I don't think they're competitive in any way that would make them stand out as meh. They could maybe make it out. I just don't see it happening, especially since they have to play Top Esports in their first round. Estral Esports. I don't think there's a nice way to say this. They're doomed. Probably the weakest team coming into this. They have to play T1 immediately to start, and then if they lose that, they're probably playing PSG and or FlyQuest, which is also not an easy round for them. This team is going to have to work their butts off to get anywhere in this tournament. This is their first international tournament to my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I don't think they're going to see much success. I think they're going to struggle to get anywhere. I don't really think much of their players have anything to offer compared to everyone else. I could stand correct about this, and in 3 weeks from now I'm saying, oh, Estral Esports just beat T1. I don't see that happening. I think they're going to lose pretty bad. I think they maybe take a game this year at MSI, but besides that, I don't see much. So, with that that's it for the tier list, guys. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. I will see you next time.